Has anyone been feeling like their heart pumping a little bit more, beating a little more like anxious, but then a little more, it's like this roller coaster, a little bit more excited about things? It's really neat energy we're in. And I believe that this portal that we're in is the beginning of some really powerful accelerations. Now, if any of you join different groups or you watch things on YouTube, and hopefully when you do that, you're focusing more on the positive stuff, the stuff that's a little more, hey guys, we're going to get through this and everything's going to be okay, instead of the hey guys, that's it, doom and gloom. There's multiple timelines out there right now, and we want to do our very best to concentrate our focus on the positive messages, because you're going to see all the different types, the positive, the loving messages, which I totally resonate with, and then the other ones, the doom and gloom, and we're in for this and that. What we're in for, nobody really knows. We're in uncharted territory. We are moving as a collective into something that has never happened before. Humanity is evolving in consciousness. And for those of you who are on the call, you're seeing it. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be on the call. And you're noticing like what is going on nowadays. Taking a deep breath, allowing a deep breath, centering, really going into that present moment when you feel worry coming, or, I should have done that, or, my life isn't where it's supposed to be. I have so many clients right now complaining that they're fat. I'm so fat. I'm so this. I've never been this way. A lot of us, we're going through changes. And there's a lot of energy running through our bodies. There's the solar flares, the full moons. We're actually moving, our whole universe is moving to a different pocket of space. So there's going to be a new radiation on the planet. Now, that is not scary. Scientists know this is happening. They don't know why it's happening per se, but it's happening to accelerate human consciousness. So imagine this white light going into our bodies, and our bodies need to adapt. We're changing. We're becoming less dense. And with that change, we need lots of water. So I believe that many of us that are feeling more chubbier than usual, I bet you it's just bloatedness because of the amount of water we need to allow this process to take place. We're going to honor our bodies as it goes through this. We're perfect where we are. We're evolving where we are. Everything's all right. I know it's uncomfortable. And today we're going to use this portal energy to really let go of the worries, the anxieties, those areas in our life where we feel very stuck. And some people are saying things are moving very, very fast. And then others will say, but in some aspects, it's moving very, very slow. And then I will attest to that. There's like, we're at November 11th. Like, obviously it's November 11th. Today we're doing the 11/11 portal. But isn't it like, how did we get to November? Wasn't it just summer? Like, I was outside cutting the grass in July, and now it's November. So it's accelerating. Yet there's some parts of my life that seem like they haven't changed. Yet everything's changing so quickly. It's almost confusing. The other day I got a phone call from somebody, and it was some guy trying to do a survey with me, but he was very aggressive. And I said, hey, we spoke already. And I know you're a fraud and you're from this place. You say you're from this place, but you're not really from this place. And you're going to ask me this, and this. He's like, I've never spoken to you again. I've never spoken to you before. I said, no, we've had this conversation. And after this conversation, I'm going to look you up and you don't even exist. So why don't we just cut the crap and just give me your phone number? And I kind of just fast forward this conversation I already had with this guy that was like this half an hour conversation where he's asking me all these very personal questions about my energy healing and how I do it. And something was very fishy back then, but now I already knew what he was going to ask me. So I was on it. I knew the conversation. And he's like, how did you know this? I'm like, because we've already spoken. And he's like, no. So after that conversation, I shut him down quickly this time. I was thinking, what just happened? Was it a change of timeline? Was it me foreseeing the future? Was it this? Was it that? And then the message I got through was, why does it matter? You you knew what was coming, you stopped it, and end of story. Why does our human mind always want to define things that are not definable, understand what things are not understandable? So I've given a lot of trust and surrender to this process that we're going through, this evolution. It is our physical bodies that are evolving into higher light quotient. So that's the uncomfortable part our physical bodies have to go through. Our consciousness is increasing. We're releasing traumas, limiting belief systems. We're releasing things that we remember that we're not sure we remember, we kind of remember. We remember the hurts we went through, the sadness we hold. Where some of us are feeling the connections we have to other lifetimes, whether they're why we call downline or upline, so the past and the present, the parallel, on Earth, and galactic. So a lot of people are having these dream states or even waking states where they just know things. Whatever's happening to you at this time, know that it's perfectly okay. And know that whatever's meant to happen to you will happen. You don't have to fast forward it. You don't have to rush it. It's a progression of abilities coming up. It's a progression of knowing more. It's a progression of connecting with your higher self more clearly. And we all are perfect where we are. We're evolving, but we're perfect where we are. And when you accept this magnificence within, and whether I'm chubbier today or whether this isn't working in my life, it doesn't matter, because where you are is perfect. And when you accept that perfectness, that's when you get those stepping stones for the next version of you. Because we are moving different timelines, we want to stay in our center. We want to stay connected. We want to follow our passion. We want to follow our excitement. And then there's the negative ones out there who say, but how can I do that when my body hurts? This isn't working. My finances are hurt. Their relationships aren't good. I get that. And I will say, your circumstances don't matter. Your state of being matters. And this I have proven to myself over and over and over. I now know it. I believe it. I trust it. I don't even have to try to test it anymore. Like sometimes we go through that testing phase. Well, if I think like this and then these positive things happen, oh my gosh, is it working? Today I was giving my son a little chat because he's learning that his thoughts really create his reality. And he's in some challenging situations. And I said, stay in your state of being in a calm, positive way. He's like, I'm doing it, but it's like everyone's negativity is trying to bring me down. And instead of getting angry, I said, look at it as a blessing. These are challenges. I love a good challenge because when a challenge comes my way, I get so excited. So today, what I would like you to do as we start to move into the meditation part of this, think about, bring to the surface the challenges you've been having. And you may have a piece of paper with you and you may want to jot this down, but you can also just, a lot of you are going through challenges, whether they're physical, they're mental, they're emotional. And you're like, oh, how much more do I need in relationships? There's so much going on. And then there's us that are sensitive, which is probably all of us, that are feeling the chaos that's going on into the world right now. That is all part of our growth. Humanity created the mess we're in. So what do we need to do? We need to heal it. We need to uncreate it. We need to change timelines where we are better versions of ourselves. And when we change to better versions of ourselves, it's really neat because you actually change your history. Now, some people, when they change their history, they won't even remember what the old history was like. And it's really like in a mind-boggling in a way. But I have this thing when I change a timeline, I remember the old history and the new history. It's really quite cool, but it can be very confusing. So I meet person A, where I know I just had a conversation with that person and they said, this, and this happened to me. All right, now I meet them in a new version of them, and now those things didn't happen and they're in a better spot. So, how does healing work? This is how I resonate with healing. When I work with someone, and this is what we're going to do in this group today, because the beings of light that come through know exactly where you've been, know exactly what you need, know exactly where you are going in a very positive way. All the beings of light that come in are working with your higher self. So I want you to know that no matter what happens today, whether there's the portal energy is feeling very intense and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so intense, I don't know if I can handle it. It is for your highest and best. These beings of light, your higher self, is going to guide you to that next best thing, that next best timeline. So imagine here you are in a timeline, and your timeline is pretty okay. There's some things that you don't like, maybe there's some things you love. Well, imagine that you just moved to a timeline where you're in a timeline with things that you love more, and the other things start to slowly fall away. Sometimes it's an immediate dropping of something. So some people might leave an addiction behind, an eating, an emotional eating issue behind. They may, a sickness that they had suddenly just miraculously heals. And then people say, well, how did that happen? Well, you changed to a different timeline. I've been listening to a lot, and I like to hear different scenarios, different ways of understanding what we're going through, and we're all trying to make sense of it. So whenever I'm learning something new, and the other day I was listening to a podcast, and there was these two people, and they're going back and forth, and I'm like, oh, I know all this stuff. And whenever I have this, like, I'm going to say it's a bit of an ego that comes in, like, I know all this stuff. I always say, no, you need to listen. If my ego flares up for any reason, I'm usually like, there's something really good here I need to learn. So I put on the podcast and I listened for 2 hours, and I learned something new. I learned of a master that isn't really a known ascended master. It's a beautiful essence of a Tibetan monk of something. And actually there was a lady that wrote a book and channeled it. I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this one. But when I then tapped into that energy, I felt the love of this unknown master. And it's really interesting because when I work with clients, when I work on my own, I always allow the beings of light that come through. Like, I only work with pure divine love. But sometimes a different energy pops in, and I know it's pure love, but it's a different essence I've never felt. And sometimes it's so intense, and some of you have seen me cry on some of the healings I've done in the past, because when these different energies come in, it overwhelms my system and I can't even like focus. I can't describe the love that came in, and usually it's tears that come through. So when they come through, I always say, all the known masters and the unnamed ones, because we on planet Earth are so loved. There is unlimited support for us at this time. Like, we ask for support, we can't get any more support than we have. It is like, imagine like thousands and thousands of light beings loving us, supporting humanity, helping us move to better timelines, giving us those impulses and passions. So it's just us not asking, not thinking we deserve. And that was, my issue, self-love. I can give love to everyone and everything, but I don't deserve it. Well, you can't leave yourself out of this beautiful divinity. You're a piece of creation, so you matter. So you today, if you have a deserving issue, an unworthy issue, a physical issue that's not going away, and you want to know what is the lessons I need to learn, or there's a block or resistance, or perhaps you know there's something that you came to learn, a theme, something big, but you just don't want to look at it because you know it's there. It's like that big boulder in the room that you live life going around the boulder, right? Like, I'm not going to look at it. If I don't look at it, then it's not going to bother me. Well, this is the energy where you need to look at all those things that make us uncomfortable, as crappy as they feel. If they're going to elect emotions, crying, physical sensations, like sometimes when I'm going through something, I will get this horrible pain from my solar plexus to my knees. I'm like, oh, it feels so crappy. And I just have to, those are the days that I can't sit at a computer as I'm releasing something. And I don't always know what I'm releasing, but I need to be active. I need my body to move so the energy can flow through me. So I'm drinking water, running to the bathroom every second because it's flushing out the toxins, it's flushing out the old energy. Energy leaves in many different ways. So we can either expend it through energy. We might have to have a good cry. Some people will vomit. Some people will have diarrhea. Some people will sweat profusely. Some people just hold on to the energy and feel more bloated and eventually start to release everything. There is no right or wrong. So we want to be patient with ourselves. We want to love the process we're in. Actually, come to think of it, I was talking to someone today and they said they were up all night, gassy, burping and this and that. They didn't have a session with me. They're just saying, this was happening. It was the worst night of my life. And I thought, just you're over it now. So what's the big deal? But now I'm thinking about it in hindsight, they're probably releasing with that energy because we're healing with so much different aspects of us from so many different ways. So we have that universal energy coming in, we have this portal energy coming in, and we walk into this portal today. Some of you might start to vibrate. And I'm just going to give you some things that happen to people when we do these. We've had a Lionsgate portal back in August. I was buzzing with that one. A lot of people were buzzing. And the neat thing is, because there's no time or space, everything's happening now, you can always revisit this as a replay and be back in that moment, because anyone who's going to watch this as a replay later can go back into that portal energy. You can go back to the Lionsgate portal energy and experience that again. So although this is happening live now, when we replay something like this, because with the quantum field, there's no such thing as time, you can actually go back and have that same effect, or that next layer can release. So our linear mind, our physical mind will be like, well, how does that work? Because everything's happening now. Everything's happening now. Everything's happening now. So when I am healing myself, when you are healing yourself, and my advice to everyone that I speak to nowadays is do the work, do the work, do the work. Every day I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror and I commit to doing work on myself. I commit to serving humanity. I commit to stay in the highest vibe as possible, but giving myself grace and patience when I'm not. Because sometimes we're releasing something. It's really hard to stay very happy when you're releasing, because it can be a physical feeling, an emotional response. But I don't stay in it forever. I go through the process, I allow it to go, and then I reboot back into that high vibration. So we're on this like roller coaster. The neat thing is, when you've had your awakening and you're going through the process, you've had those highs where you just feel like in love with everything, but then you have those lows. And a lot of people get upset with themselves, like, oh, I had a low again. Who cares? You're human. We have human bodies. We need to purge the darkness from us, that duality. And we're moving towards it's like the eye of the needle. We need to become more translucent. Our light quotient has to increase. The darkness needs to shed as we move into the new earth. Now, those are for people who want to move to the new earth. Not everybody wants to go that way. And there is no right or wrong. So if you know someone in your family, a friend or a group of people or your coworkers that really seem not awakened, a little bit, I don't know, I'm going to say in separation, a little frustrating to be around, a little bit icky feeling, those feelings, no judgment, because every soul is on its own path. Every soul is where it needs to be. So the ones, I always say, yes, I'm on the Ascension process. I already know I'm going. There's not even an ounce of my body that says I'm not going. I do the work daily. And when I'm feeling a little bit crappy, I ask for extra support. When you are feeling low and you are sad or depressed, or don't ask for anything. Don't ask, because the universe is like a mirror. It's reading your vibration. What you want to, like, what I mean by don't ask is like, don't say, oh, I need money to pay for my bills, or I need these clients to come in, or I need this project to work, or I need this, because when you're in a low vibration and you're sending out that request in that low vibration, you're going to get the mirror effect. Anxiety brings anxiety, worry brings worry, fear brings fear, desperation brings desperation, because you're asking for more of it. So when you're feeling that, honor yourself. And that's when you spend the time to heal, be with yourself, honor that you're going through something, and ask for the support. That's when you ask for support. May I get through this healing? May I understand the lessons? May I understand the challenges of this icky situation I'm going through? But then when you start to feel really good, that is when you put in that I need this. I would love this. Wouldn't it be nice if I had that? That's when you throw out that good stuff, because now your vibration is good. So I'm sending out happiness, joy, excitement. What am I going to get back? Happiness, joy, and excitement. Now, in this portal energy today, and it's not about manifesting, because what I've learned, I mean, we can still manifest. Don't get me wrong. You want to manifest something in this energy, go right ahead. But what I've learned is anything I need, when you want and you need and they are equal, it's going to come in due time, divine timing. But sometimes when you ask for something you need and the universe wants to give it to you because they know you need it along your path, but maybe there's an obstacle in the way I'm thinking. Perhaps I have this belief system that I don't really deserve what I'm asking for or what I need. So what will the universe do? It will give you a challenge. And when you look at that challenge, it's something that you need to overcome so you can get to that place you want to be. So everything that comes to you, whether it's good, neutral, or not so good, look at it at least neutral and say, hey, this is coming to me. What do I need to learn from it? Because as you learn, you move to that next step. As you learn, you move to that next step. It's all about learning and growing. And some of us are on an accelerated learning curve. It's like, oh my goodness, when does it end? Deep breaths, everyone. When I ever ask them, when does it end? I always get, who said it was ever going to be easy? We signed up for this. But I say in this energy today, why not ask for more ease and flow? So I sent out an email and I was just sending out, hey, anyone want to think about what you want to bring in? You can bring in words, just simple words into this meditation. Ease, flow, joy, health, laughter, abundance, wealth. These are all your birthright. You can say simply, beings of light, my higher self, I know you love me so much, and I know I am loved. I'm a piece of creation, so I matter. So whatever this portal energy can do that's best for me, I allow it. And I'm asking anything that's in the way, and I might not even know what's in the way, either just get rid of it. Now, they'll get rid of whatever they can. But if there's a learning lesson that you came to learn as part of your theme, they're not going to just melt that away for you or dissolve it, release it. That is something you need to go through. And this is the pain point sometimes in healing where someone goes, make it go away, Brenda. I don't want it anymore. I can't. Nobody out here can. It's because you came in to learn this theme. As uncomfortable as it is, you might be kicking, screaming, crying, oh my gosh, all those icky feelings, but you're gonna have to go through it. The key here is you can go through it in a higher vibration, a little more graceful, or in a lower vibration and separation and have a harder lesson. That's the key here. So as we move into a higher vibration, we still learn lessons, but we learn them in more of a broader view. They can be simpler, or you can stay in separation and kicking and screaming, why me? Why is this happening? Do you know this hurts and that hurts? Do you know I have been sick for 15 years and it's not getting better? Do you know this? Do you know that this person said to me? Do you know that? Yeah, I get it. But what do? I hold the light. I don't see you in your darkness, your separation, your anger, your frustration, your pain. I see you in your magnificence, who you truly are. And by holding you in that light with true compassion and love, it opens up different timelines that you can jump into if your higher self allows. We're being guided, but there's all these different timelines. Which one can you jump into? Which one are you ready for? And sometimes when we jump into that new timeline, all those worries were like, why was I even worried? It's like, it's a thing of the past, it's done. We go through this, so I'm going to walk you through a meditation. Now, a lot of the times when these beautiful beings come through, a lot of people will say, Brenda, once you started talking, the music started, I just passed out, slept, I fell asleep, but then I woke up right after. What happens is if we have a lot of mental stuff going on and you're in the way of the healing, let's say, what happens is they slowly, gently calm your mental body. And when that kind of like calms down, you might go into a meditative state. Some people say they've gone to sleep or they don't remember any of it. And that's completely okay. You don't have to hear the words. You don't have to hear the music. It's the energy that's coming through, that's working with your higher self to do whatever you need at an emotional level, a physical level, a mental level, a spiritual level. Whatever you need is going to be done. All you need to do is give permission. And how did you give permission? You came here today. Your higher selves know. And there's some people that probably before the call started to feel a little bit anxious, worried. Should I even do the call? That's just the resistance within us that says, no, I'm not ready to leave. Well, we're going to say to our resistance, to that heavier energy, you know what? Thank you for being a part of me, but I'm ready to let you go and bring in more light. I'm ready to connect with who I am. And as we move into the portal energy, you might not remember, you might just drift, and that's completely fine. We will then, after we do that whole thing, we'll just know that in the background, we are bringing the intentions for your family members. I will mention it at some point, but if you already feel like I'm just getting tired, I'm going to drift, and you want to make sure you bring in the family members that you might be worried about. I always say do your best not to worry, but I know we're human, sometimes we worry. But imagine this energy being made available to all those that you love, to your pets. There's a clearing of your home. And then we get to one of my favorite parts of the end where we send Mother Earth this beautiful, loving energy. And the neat thing about today, there are many different meditations happening, and group work is so powerful. And if you can imagine the light that we're going to create around Mother Earth and for humanity, it's being magnified all over the world. And it's all connecting into this beautiful wave of light. And as we heal Mother Earth, we heal. As we heal, she heals. So you're doing not just a service to you. to your families, to your pets, to your home. You're doing a service to humanity, to planet Earth. And it actually even goes beyond that. You're actually making a difference in this universe, in this multiverse. And when you bless things, they bless you back. So be open to receiving this energy because it is going to be powerful. So you're going to get into a state of allowance, allowing deep breaths, keeping your, I would say, your legs uncrossed, as it just allows the energy to flow easier, whether you're laying down or sitting down. And knowing whatever happens today, you're completely safe because you're surrounded by the love of God. We only work with divine beings, pure love and light. So if you're feeling sensations, feeling even a little bit dizzy, I'm starting to feel dizzy, it's all okay. Sometimes that dizziness feeling is just the processing of energy. So I'm getting excited here. Here we start. Allowing deep breaths. So I'm not going to tell you how to breathe. Taking deep breaths, allowing those deep breaths is important because you want to bring in that beautiful, loving energy into every cell of your body. And then when you're exhaling, imagine that stuff that you no longer need leaving. And the beautiful thing is, as we exhale and we let it out, these beings of light are taking whatever that no longer belongs on planet Earth off of this earth plane. We just get to enjoy the process, and the hard work is going to be done by these beings of light today. We are in good company today. We have some, I would say, walk-ins, meaning beautiful energies I haven't felt before, but all love. Is we're going to be in for some big shifts today. Yeah, beautiful. All right, everyone. So relaxing, allowing deep breaths again, breathing deeply. You may want to move your body as this energy starts to move through your system. You might feel some tingling sensation. Your emotions might already start. And if you have or need a good cry or tears are going to flow, just let them happen. This energy needs to leave somehow. So just be with the process. So as you close your eyes, allowing those deep breaths, I want you to settle into present moment. Present moment is feeling your body, listening to your breath, enjoying that feeling of your chest moving up and down as you breathe. I want you to feel the grounding energy of Mother Earth. Wherever you are, Mother Earth's energy can be summoned and is being summoned to ground you during this beautiful healing. This powerful healing today can make us feel a little bit flighty, can make us feel like I'm losing myself here. You're not losing yourself here. You are completely safe. And some of us are going to feel our etheric body drift off. Don't fight it. Just be with it. This can be a beautiful, safe, loving experience. The love of God is always surrounding us, loving us, protecting us. We are in a beautiful, sacred, loving place. So whatever is meant to happen for you today on this very beautiful portal energy of November 11th, allow it. Take advantage of it. Know that you're worthy of it. So we're going to bring in those intentions for a meditation. You might want to say something like, this portal is an opportunity to step in a new version of me. I'm going to align with my highest potential. I'm going to choose words like love and laughter and abundance and wealth and happiness. harmony and peace and compassion. I'm going to choose feelings of those that make me feel calm and secure, connected, inspired, passion. And for those who love to imagine and vision, imagine, visualize, know, believe in a world that is beautiful, that is safe, that is peaceful, that is abundant, with clean air and clean water, where everyone's treated with respect, where you're able to be that authentic self that you truly know is inside and is bursting to come out. You're ready to manifest a beautiful life. You're ready to release the stuck energy and blocks that no longer serve you. You're going to sit with that. You're going to hold that dear to your heart. You're going to speak with your higher self. You're going to know, trust, and believe that everything good is possible. No matter of what you're seeing out there, there's so many lies, there's so much deceit out there. You're going to start to see through it. You're going to know who to trust, when to trust. Your discernment is increasing, your prudence is increasing. Your innate knowing, that knowing of how magnificent and how important you are, is growing every day. In this state of relaxation, in this state of love, each and every one of you are in your own bubble, your own octahedron of swirling energy. The beings of light are getting ready for you to enter the portal. We're going to start imagining what this portal looks like. I want you to imagine yourself standing at the edge of this powerful, radiant portal. Its swirling energies vibrating so intensely. The colors so vibrant. There's golden light, white light, purple, green, and blue, hints of yellow, flashes of orange. Imagine it's like this portal is a beautiful shimmering gateway made of light. It's extending infinitely upwards and outwards. And it's very hard to describe to anybody. This is your own personal experience. This portal is going to be exactly what you need. What's for your highest best, what's going to work for you. And the energies right now are very intense. You're going to be with this energy. Allow it to weave through your essence. Know that you deserve all the healing that is going to take place today. You're allowing the old to leave. Whatever no longer serves you is melting away, dissolving, releasing. And as you stand at the edge of this powerful portal, you might start to feel things bubbling up. Focus on the colors and the textures and feel the warmth of this portal. It is starting to call you in. You're feeling this pull. You're noticing the brilliance of this portal. It's filled with the energy of transformation, healing, and infinite possibilities. Allowing those deep breaths, allowing anything that's ready to heal to bubble up. We are now going to take our first step into the portal, allowing you to be relaxed, feeling so secure and safe. You are surrounded by these angels and beings of light that love you so much. Some of you might feel their gentle hands beside you, a warm embrace. And as you start to walk towards the portal, you are starting to feel sensations of release, of lingering fears, doubts, and burdens start to dissolve. And you're feeling the loving embrace of these beings of light that give you the encouragement to continue. You are so beautiful. You are so loved. You are so empowered. You are a beautiful creation of God. And as these old fears and doubts and burdens dissolve and release and transmute, you are walking deeper into the portal. You are feeling surrounded by loving, supportive energy, as if the portal is welcoming you into a new space of awareness and power. Today, you get to look at this new version of you. You get to have a glimpse of how these beautiful beings of light already see you. They know your magnificence, and they're asking you to be aware, know, and trust, believe that you are an empowered, magnificent being of light. Allowing deep breaths. Any emotions coming up, letting them go. Keeping that vision of what this new earth is going to look like. That healthy body. Those beautiful, loving, respectful relationships. Fun and laughter. Coming back to that feeling of innocence and wonder and excitement. If you can imagine envisioning your higher self that is guiding you. Your higher self is always with you, guiding you, directing you, whispering in your ear. We're asking our higher self to give us these beautiful messages. Whatever message is meant for you today, listen closely. Your higher self is a radiant, powerful version of you. It exists beyond fear. It exists beyond limitations or hesitation. It has a deep source of wisdom, knowing, and unconditional love. We're asking for a clear connection to our higher selves, so we can feel that wisdom, we can hear the guidance, and we can take easier steps in our days ahead, where ease and flow is now expected, where ease and flow is what happens daily. And when it doesn't, we have the wisdom to understand that's all okay. We're going to be and do the best we can possibly be. We're going to listen to the guidance of our higher selves. Listen now for the higher self's message, insight, or guidance. And you might get this in a vision, in a knowing, in a thought. We're going to allow a few minutes of silence for each of us to participate in this connection with our higher selves. Listening to its guidance, listening to the messages so we receive it fully. And breathing deeply, connecting to your higher self, listening, accepting, knowing that you're going to get this message exactly how you need to receive it. And as these messages come in, you are feeling loved, known, secure, in peace and harmony. You're basting in this portal energy. There is so much healing happening right now. Words cannot express it. If you're feeling emotional, allow those emotions to flow. If you're at peace and drifting and basting in this beautiful energy, continue. There is no right or wrong here. Whatever you need, whatever experience is best for you, is what you will get. You are loved beyond measure. You are an important piece in this beautiful puzzle of creation. You matter, you're loved, and allow that higher self of yours that loves you so much to connect and allow those messages to flow. Knowing that sometimes those messages are in our subconscious mind and they'll trickle down as we can handle them. You're getting powerful downloads. This portal energy is activating that 24th chromosome, bringing in a new abilities, new insight, calmness and peace. And knowing that you're safe and loved as we go through this ascension process. bringing you more connected to that divinity within you. Feel this energy filling every cell of your being. It is healing. It is creating a sense of renewal. It's giving you new strength and clarity. You are now in harmony with your highest intentions. There is great love here for you. This weaving of energy through your essence, through every cell, as all those blocks and resistance melt away, making things easier for you to see, to know, to trust, bringing immense peace in your heart, a tremendous and powerful knowing that you're going to be all right. You're more than all right. You're flourishing. You're healing. You're connecting to who you truly are. As this energy continues to do its work, weaving through every cell, your essence, there's this beautiful balancing of your energies. Your chakras are automatically balanced in this energy. It's almost expected and known. Your meridian systems are unknotted. Your auric field and biofield are being infused with this beautiful healing light. Wow, look how magnificent you look. Feeling that energy deep within you. I want you to anchor in this feeling of peace. There's a few of you still in deep healing. We're going to hang on in the portal, allowing this energy to weave in. And give some quiet time as we base in that energy, allowing for tremendous healing for ourselves. And at this point, you can also make intentions, although we've already brought them in, for anybody that's popping in your mind right now that you'd like to send some extra love to. We're going to ask this portal energy to weave through our homes, to be made available to our family members and our pets and our loved ones, wherever they are. Allowing any tears to flow, any yawning or sighing. Whatever is happening for you is perfect. And perhaps you've already drifted off into that beautiful meditative state. Whatever is happening is perfect for you. Feel the loving energy your beautiful guides and angels around you. This connection to your higher self that is so clear today. This energy has released the resistance and increased the connection between you and that powerful higher self of yours that's all-knowing, that is loving you and guiding you on this beautiful journey in this lifetime. Where you can move confidently, knowing that no matter what is happening on this beautiful planet, that you are safe, that you are moving forward with confidence and knowing that everything's going to be okay. We are in the process of ascension. And today, with this portal, marks a huge step for humanity, for us individually and as a collective. Be mindful of the changes you see. Be excited. Feel that love. Feel that connection. It almost feels too good. I don't want to leave the portal. But what I do know is we can reconnect to this energy at any point in time that we choose to. Before we leave, I'd like you all to know, and I want you to know this inside the portal, so you really anchor it in. Where you are is perfect, dear one. You are perfect, perfect, perfect where you are. And when you accept that, that gives you the allowance to move into that new timeline, that new version of you. And there's no rush. You're going to go at your own pace. You're going to learn to love where you are. You're going to learn to love the journey. Be thankful to be on planet Earth at this exciting time. We're now going to start walking out of the portal. But as you leave, you are carrying a newfound energy and insight. You are not the same person you walked in. You now have a knowing. You now have more knowledge. And it may not be apparent yet. For some of you, it might be very apparent. For others, it's going to trickle in. It's going to trickle in your dreams. It's going to trickle in your situations and circumstances. You'll feel this healing energy weaving through your body. As you continue to walk out of the portal, this beautiful energy weaves through your system. As you stand in front of the portal, you're going to imagine it slowly, gently closing. But you have a deep knowing that you can return whenever you wish. There's a deep connection to your divinity in that portal. And you're always welcome to return back to it. You're going to take that new insight, that new feeling of love that you have for yourself, that knowing that you are perfect just the way you are. You're evolving. The process of growth is happening at the pace you can handle. You can place your hands on your heart, feeling such gratitude for the experience. You're high vibrating right now. You're in peace. You're in love. And we're so thankful for the beings of light, for this portal energy that has been so powerful and healing, moving us forward in the path of growth and love and joy. And with this extra vibration in our body, this extra light that we've come out of, we are now going to be these powerful beings of light. And we're going to come together. And we're going to send this beam of light. It is a collection of all of our light in one powerful beam of love, healing energy. We can imagine it now, moving and weaving through Mother Earth. Because we know as we heal, Mother Earth heals. And as Mother Earth heals, we heal. And we're now helping, aiding, supporting the healing of human consciousness as this beautiful energy surrounds Mother Earth, is weaving through her landscapes, is touching the hearts of so many. More hearts are opening every day. Is being made available to the plants, the animals, the marine life. It is wrapping around every molecule of air and water. It is cleansing our atmosphere and our water systems. It is replacing dark energy with light. Healing power, so powerful we can't even imagine. We're coming together with all those who are sending love to this planet as groups or individuals. We're all in this together. It is humans that are coming together to heal the human collective. It is the way shoulders holding the light for those who can't. Shine your light bright, dear one, as you are holding it for those that will come after. A smile to a stranger, an act of compassion, those beautiful good deeds you do, the positive words you use for yourself and others, those old habits that just melted away today that no longer serve you. You're going to see a big shift in the way you think, in what you do, and how you act, and how you feel. And as this beautiful energy surrounds Mother Earth and everyone on it, we then ask for this beautiful beam of light to extend to the stars, to our galaxy, our Milky Way, and beyond to the multiverse. We're asking this beautiful energy to be sent to the beings of love that support us so much. The frequency of love is the most powerful energy in the universe. And today, we have been infused with it intensely and beautifully. Hold that knowing deep within the cells of your body. This healing that you received today is going to continue for days. This weaving of energy, this portal energy. Drinking lots of water, resting when needed, and remembering who you are. Bathing in the energy as the last bit of healing continues, bringing you into balance, harmony, and peace. Continuing with your deep breath, allowing, breathing, accepting where you are as perfect. We will close this meditation with a powerful affirmation. I'm aligned with my highest potential. I welcome the transformation, healing, and love into every part of my life, into my essence, deep into every cell of my body. There's such a lasting impact of this meditation as this portal energy weaves through your essence, bringing comfort, excitement, passion, healing, reconnection as you move to the next phase of the ascension process of your life, of this beautiful journey that you are so excited to be on. May the excitement grow every day. May the love for yourself grow every day. It is with deep love that I thank you all for joining. Not only have you made a powerful change of positivity in you, you've sent out this beautiful, powerful portal energy to the ones you love and to Mother Earth and to everything and everyone. We're all in this together. I am thankful and grateful for your presence. Allowing deep breaths. I'm going to allow the music to play for another moment or two. And for those who would like to come out of the meditation, out of this beautiful healing journey, you can start to wiggle your toes and fingers. are slowly coming back now. There was a lot of energy that moved there today. So I want you to be kind to yourself. If you're tired, rest. If you're hungry, eat. If you're thirsty, drink. And know that this energy is weaving through your system, doing whatever's in your highest best. Giving yourself the allowance and the grace and the patience. Because where you are is perfect. Your journey is unique to you.